Tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up?
Well, I was born and raised in Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, and moved to Norristown about, I was maybe like 9 or 10 years old. My family dealt with animals, horses, and we had horse stables in Philadelphia. But two of my uncles progressive with the horses and stuff. So we started getting horses, out in Montgomery County and stuff like that. And I took a liking to it and stayed out here. I worked for my family, taking care of the horses all my life. That's they say you knew what you know now when you was younger, like retirement and all that. So I could get retirement if I wouldn't have worked for my family all my life. Because I never wanted for nothing coming up. Never wanted for nothing. I always had food, always had shelter, always had money, all that kind of stuff when I grew up. Yeah, man, but I came up, man, fighting and stuff like that, drinking and all that kind of stuff. And it led up to me later, getting in trouble. I never, killed nobody, I never really hurt nobody with no weapons and all that in my whole life. I've been hurt. I got cut on my nose, stabbed in my wrist, stabbed in my back, jumping and all that kind of stuff like that. But I always thought that it'd be, you gonna get out of this stuff. But I was just getting deeper into it. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. My mother said something to me one time I never forget. She said, "Now watch some things you're doing in the street, that you go to jail," and she wasn't wrong. And that's what happened.
How long were you in jail?
I did a lot of time in jail. A lot of time.
When'd you get out?
I got out like 2-3 years ago.
You've been out on the street ever since?
Yeah. Yep. But off and on, on parole and stuff like that, not going to see the parole officer and all that kind of stuff like that, And it added up. Since August 8th, 1979, when I first got arrested in my life, I was 24 years old. Since then, I did like 32 years. And I learned a lot from it. I don't commit crimes no more. I mean, that's just been totally took from me. I ain't no angel. I know I ain't no angel, but I don't think my heart's not hard like it used to be.
I met Blair when I was running the Code Blue shelter over at the First Presbyterian Church. He came in one night, it was, maybe 5 degrees outside?
Yep.
And when I brought him in, we filled out some paperwork and I asked him where he's been staying. And Blair, where were you staying?
Me and a friend of mine and his girlfriend, we used to sleep right here underneath this bridge. We had couches under there. It was all this here across was piled up with bushes and stuff like that, so you couldn't see in through here, under here, and it kept the air from blowing on us in there. We slept there for whole winters. They slept there like for 4 or 5 years under here, on this bridge. And big raccoon I ever saw in my life, climbed on my shoulders right here. Then experience we had, it was a tree right here, it was a tree, and an eagle flew right under this bridge one time. It seemed like that God, the spirit was with us down here on this place. And the building next door over here, the guy that owned the front part of this building, and one day he saw me out there, he said, "Yo, man, can you unblock the drain for me?" Because the water was getting blocked up. So he see me out there, his wife saw me out there with the shovel, and he came out and he said, "Man, you know how to handle that shovel, right?" He said, "You be around here often." I see around here. He said, "Look, take care of this, keep this place clean down here for me." And I said, "I will." This area here, it used to be huts. We actually built little huts for us sleeping down here. And people was down here before me for years. They slept down here, and they built this place over here and they fenced it all in now, so you can't get down in there. And one day, I need somewhere to stay, so I just walked down there, and wasn't nobody in one of these huts. And I got in it, and I was sleeping, and I heard something underneath of it. I said, "Man, what is it?" I got out. It was a nest of rats underneath. I was sleeping on top of rats over here. And another time, there was snakes under there. When the weather started changing, they get attracted to your body heat. This kind of stuff homeless people go through, to survive out here. That's why I've been sleeping there for the last month. That's why I've been sleeping there. Right here for the last month. And I had some of the roughest nights in this place right here. That week, when we had all that rain for 4 days straight, that's where I was at. Now last night, I told Mike when he came to pick me up this morning, I got cold, man. I got my hands, my fingers. That's the first time it happened to me, you know. And I said, man, another night sleeping out here like this, another night, man, it was gonna be hard for me. And the blessing that God gave me, the God gave me these keys when I told him I was sleeping there. The police never said nothing to me for being here. No, I know they see me over here, you know. This guy, the trash was all around. I cleaned all the trash up around here and everything. You know, they come cut the grass and all that. They look over this. And I get up. They say, "No, you all right, man." You know, but it's just, you know, go through things in life. To me, the biggest mistake that anybody can make in life is the one they didn't learn nothing from. You know, and it took me a long time to really learn. I knew, but to willing to do something about it. You know, and realize that you don't have to live like this no more.
And you know, through all of this, through all of your stories today, which are tragic, but the thing that sticks out to me the most in that there's a lot of compassion out there.
Yeah.
All through your story, living under a bridge and building huts, you talked about people bringing food and giving you money and bringing clothes. And I think that's an important thing that people need to know, that there are compassionate people out there that want to help. That there are compassionate people that want to be a part of a solution. You hear over and over again about different churches, different organizations that are coming out to meet you guys where you are and help you out. That is as tragic as it is, that there is help out there.
Yes.
So what does it mean to have places like the hospitality center? What do those things do for you?
They do a lot for me. This is what these places are designed for, to help people that need help. People who need something, you know. But like hospitality centers and all that kind of places, like, it's good places. It's designed. If somebody, it works for you. It works if you work it. That's the bottom line. It works if you work it. You take it for what it's meant for. Dig into, find out what's the main purpose. What can they do for you? What resources they got? Like those stuff. You make phone calls for me. Now I ain't got a phone, or don't know how to use the phone properly, and all that kind of stuff. I might not have the patience to just wait for it. They put you on hold and all that stuff. Guys like you'll do that for me. You know? But there's not no place to me like to take advantage of it. Use your resources. There's so many in life. There's so many. I mean, and another thing about being homeless, if you're at a point where you can remember your past, like not thinking all the way back in the past all the time, but remember your past, how you used to be. Do you miss that? Do you miss being you? Yes, I do. I miss being me. I miss getting up in the morning and going to take a shower. You know, I miss getting up in the morning and putting on some clean clothes. I miss wake up in the morning, walking outside, can walk in the rain, get soaking wet, but you got somebody to come back to and change your clothes, put some dry clothes on. You know, it prevents a person from doing a lot of things that they really want to do too. You know, but it's up to that individual according to how long they want to stay like that. You know? Like today, I got keys in my hand. You know, I didn't expect this. Just the way it happened. Just the way it happened naturally. Being honest. The guy looked at me and he said, "Well, where you staying at now?" And I told him the park. He said, "Oh no." So I reached for the keys. He said, "Man, you staying here." You know? But and this again, because God said He would never leave you nor forsake you too. I believe that strongly. I'm very strong believer in God, the Word of God.
All I know is right now, there's one less man that's got to deal with it outside.
Yep, that's
Amen,
right.
brother, amen. And there's one less man that now I can get on, with my life. Really can. You know, I got someone to lay my head. That's very important. I'm special. In this sight, I'm special.